Timoko qui va remporter un Elitloppet exceptionnel, qui se balade, il est magistral, exceptionnel. Propulsion est certainement deuxième, le numéro 3 à voir ensuite avec Resolve et également à l'extérieur, on a bien fini avec Propulsion.
Incroyable scénario de course. Bold Eagle complètement inexistant finalement dans la dernière ligne droite.
Now fast forward to 2017. I think it's so you have 3 different Elitlopp experiences.
Yeah.
So you had one where it was yours, another one where it was pretty much like, okay, I'm just getting into this, I win it, and it's unbelievable. It's a big party. And now we're into 2017 where Timoko was in it. Timoko's been racing very well the last couple of years, but he's 10 now, right? 10 or 11. So listen, 10-year-olds, they get old.
Yeah.
They can't do it every race.
No.
So we've seen the last couple of years where he's put in a lot of great races and then, some average races.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's going in the race now, and he's up against Bold Eagle and Nuncio. All year, the last year, everybody's been talking about Bold Eagle versus Nuncio, right? Bold Eagle wins the Prix d'Amérique. Nuncio wins the Elitlopp last year. Nobody's talking about Timoko. No. But I noticed everywhere, because I went to Prix d'Amérique. You raced in the Prix d'Amérique. The post parade, Timoko actually got a bigger cheer and applause than Bold Eagle, than Nuncio. So he truly is a superstar.
Yeah, he's a superhero in both countries because he's been racing for so many years, and he's the horse that he has been beaten, and he always he comes back every time. He's like he's so famous for that, He's been racing since he was 2, and been in all those big races, and he has been beaten. He comes back, comes back. It's not normal whatsoever.
And he raced in the Prix d'Amérique, and I think this is where he started to kind of get his reascension. Where he finished second, right, in the Prix d'Amérique. Where was he in the Prix d'Amérique?
This year's Prix d'Amérique.
Yeah,
he was nothing. He was beaten, and everybody thought that this is the end of the story.
Okay, that's what it. But you were leading in the Prix d'Amérique, right? Didn't you go to the front?
Yeah.
So
I
then
was super aggressive.
Right, super aggressive, and that's what he took his hits, right?
He didn't get to stay alone in the lead.
Sure.
So he got too tough.
And
everybody thought that this is the end of the story, and then he raced a couple of times more, didn't do anything, and then finally he won one race. A group one, of course, but a cheap race, I would say, easy race, and he got the invitation for the Elitlopp finally.
Right.
And that was a little bit like the doubts, but people think that why invite a 10-year-old that was like really tired.
But he's a superstar.
Yeah, but in Sweden they think like we only want like the one who is in top shape at the moment.
Okay.
So
what did you think? Were you thinking, listen, they don't know what I got. They don't know this horse will be fine.
I always said like you can never count
him out.
Yeah. You can't count him out because he always comes back.
Right.
So I think like I said that if the horse is in a good mood, he's gonna make a good race. But of course, I have been beaten by Bold Eagle every time. I raced against him like at least 10 times. I tried all kinds of tactics. I tried to go in the lead. I tried to go cover. Can't beat him. So just impossible to beat him.
Now, were you in Bold Eagle's first trial, or you were in the other one?
I was in the other one.
Okay, so and that one went first, right?
Yep.
Bold Eagle went first.
No.
I think Bold Eagle wins first, and is on the outside the whole mile and trots a mile in 150 or 109, right?
108.
108 kilometer rating, right? That's a record, right? That was a record?
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable mile.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody now is like saying, what? How are we going to beat this horse, right?
He scared the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, exactly. So now the second heat is Nuncio. Now, Nuncio was basically the Swedish Bold Eagle, pretty much invincible his entire career in Sweden. I don't think he finished worse than second, almost, except for one start or two starts in his entire career.
Yep.
And he wins the Elitlopp last year. Who's driving? Orion, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Orion Kihlström. So you guys are all going into that elimination thing. What? Bold Eagle just put a historic mile. What the hell are we going to do?
Yeah.
So
That was the
so what
question
did
I
you
asked
do? Yeah,
myself too.
right, exactly. So what?
Well,
Timoko, he had the inside, I think, and where did he finish in the elimination?
I was first over, but then I got cover, and then actually he finished third,
Third.
but was
Solid effort. It was okay.
yeah, but he was totally empty. He
Right.
didn't do anything. He just made it. He barely made it.
Okay.
So he made it to the final. I was like, we were very happy that we made it to the final.
Sure.
But it felt like we were out going out training because we were up against Bold Eagle again.
Sure.
So it was like, yeah, wasn't
Now leaving the gate in the final, we just watched a historic race with Bold Eagle. Tomoku, like, were you thinking, I got to put this horse in the race? I got to put him where, forget about his body, let him deal with his head.
This is the funny thing with Timoko. When you come out, he's like, I think that is the sixth time he do double heats,
Okay.
double races.
Sure.
Yeah, and every time he comes out for the second one, he's better.
He's better.
Yeah, he's much better. It's like he's lighter, faster. Everything's much better with him.
Stronger.
Yeah,
Okay. Did they, and he races without shoes, right?
always.
Always. So did you almost have to just, okay, forget about what Bold Eagle did. Did you want to be aggressive because Frank Navarre, who drives Bold Eagle, he never seems to be want to put Bold Eagle on the lead. He always likes to sit first over, second over, and attack. Pretty much, right?
Yeah, he doesn't need to go from the start.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not in the need to make a break. They don't want to risk to make a break.
So, I mean, like you said before, Bold Eagle, you tried all different things around him to beat him. He just beats everybody.
Yeah,
So,
he's.
were you trying to race for second there, or maybe figure, well, you know what, if Bold Eagle beats me, I still can get second with all these things?
I think I just went out to have fun.
You think you just went out to have fun?
Yeah.
You can have the most fun on the lead, right?
Yeah.
So you
Now my idea actually when the gate left was just not to. I wanted to leave. I just want him to be able to leave at least, but then just to pass a few ones on the inside
okay?
to get to the rail
Okay.
as fast as
Fast as you
possible.
could.
Yeah, but I never thought I was gonna go to the lead.
Am I wrong in thinking this, where maybe Frank and Orion, because Orion's driving Nuncio, maybe they were so worried about each other, like what the other one was doing?
I think everybody was trying to leave.
Okay.
Oke was also in the inside. He wanted to leave. Everybody wanted to leave, but
You got there.
yeah, it was just like he was flying this time, and I
So,
pushed him really hard just to pass the one on the inside. I just barely passed Oke.
right?
And then once I was in the lead, I was just I think like when is Bold Eagle gonna come?
And he never came.
He never came, and the other guys was watching each other a little bit, so they left me alone for a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started pushing up the tempos because I know Timoko, he likes to do that.
Oh, he likes a roll.
He likes to roll.
Okay.
And yeah, I think I made it difficult for the other ones to catch up because they had to go 2 wide, 3 wide.
2 wide, 3 wide. Bold Eagle was 3 wide the entire mile,
Yeah.
seemingly.
Yeah.
And top of the stretch, did you know you were a winner?
No.
Did Tomoko's ear start fluttering?
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like every time the same thing. Like when he's like really good, he starts doing that thing with the ears in the middle of the turn, and he did it. He did it, and I was like, what?
Oh,
He should
that's
be
it.
tired. He should be
You
tired.
should be tired, yeah. You're
But
10 years old.
10 years
you
old,
just
yeah.
lost a couple races.
He had nothing left.
He had nothing left.
In the qualify, so in elimination. So I thought like he's got to be done.
Right.
But no,
He
he
was
kept
done.
going.
And he goes to the wire. There's a great, I mean, he must have it's like he was posing, because there's a couple of great photos.
You know why?
Why?
He got so scared of all the photographers on the inside. I thought he was gonna break.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't posing. He
So
was
it's like,
he was looking at
Yeah,
him.
you do that with the body like
Yeah,
that.
yep.
That's because all of the photographers was running forwards to the finish line.
Okay.
And
So he
take
was
a photo.
scared of them. You
Yeah, he
think?
made like a big one step like that.
Okay. And he's looking, his ears are up. It's such a great photo. I
Yeah.
mean, all four legs off the ground. He's got such a long stride to him too. I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
definitely helps. So I mean that's why that's why he's one of the best ever.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
It doesn't matter when he's down, and he's probably going to race another 5 years.
Yeah, but a normal horse, if you get beaten like that in a race, like we have been beaten by Bold Eagle, or like all the other horses he had been against in his career, they're stallions now. There's no
Sure.
one racing again.
Right.
So You know,
And
once you
he's
get beaten like that, he have been beaten, they don't come back and race in the same level.
Sure.
But he comes back.
He comes
That's
back.
why they love him.
And he's a stallion too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he works out with 150 mares every year.
Yep. So I mean, he does it all. Bold Eagle does it all. It's amazing what this horse has contributed to. And I mean, not that it's a shame, but it's you've only gotten to drive him only
Last
a part
3
of it.
years,
Yeah,
yeah.
only a part of his career.
2.5 years.
Right. So I mean, it's nice. So many different drivers he's had, and all around Europe, he's a superstar. He's a
Yeah.
superhero.
Yeah.
So one last thing before we go. So we're enjoying this driving championship.
Very much.
You haven't won it. Have you won any of these things yet?
Now I have a silver and a bronze
Okay.
before.
He's represented Sweden what, 4 times, 5 times?
This is the fifth.
Fifth time. So you're right in the middle of the pack. It's going to be hard to Captain Canada is going to win it, right? For
Think so.
Canada, listen. If the home team can win it, that's good, right? No matter who hosts it, you always kind of have to root for the.
It
for the home
usually
team.
is like that.
Yeah, right. So overall, we've been together a whole week, a little bit more. You got to get back to Sweden tomorrow for
Yeah.
some big races, or Germany, right? Where are you racing on Monday?
Sweden.
Sweden. Okay, you got to get back there. So overall, and it's going to be in Sweden in 2019.
Yep.
So hopefully Bjorn Goop will be.
No.
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 No,
This
you're
is
just
the last one.
That's the last one.
Because I'm not the winning. What is it called, dash winning?
Yeah,
No,
dash.
no.
Yeah.
So that's got to be another guy.
Okay, so another guy. So you'll just be the ambassador. You'll make sure to be our tour guide. Is
Yeah.
that we're gonna have to do? Be our tour guide when we all come back to Sweden in
After
2019?
midnight.
Yeah, after midnight. So that's pretty much it. We could do a whole nother podcast another time, but I just want to talk about some of the stuff with Timoko and the World Driving Championship. So again, a superstar, Swedish driving champion Bjorn Goop,
Thank you.
and how do you spell Ole? O-L-E?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his father. So make sure he's racing all over Europe. Make sure that you always follow you, right, Bjorn?
What?
No, I'm telling them. Make sure they follow you all over Europe.
Me.
Yeah, watching the races. Yeah. All right. So
Follow your
yeah,
podcast. That's
but
the best one.
Exactly.
That makes the laughs.
Right there.
Yeah.
There we go. So I think we had a good interview, right?
Thank you too, Ryan.
You're the man.